Hello, YouTubers and YouTubettes, and welcome to my new series, which, as you can see, is going to be Fallout New Vegas. I would say, which is my tied for first favorite game ever, right beside Skyrim. I absolutely adore this game, and there were two things when I started the YouTube channel that I really wanted to do. One was a Skyrim playthrough, and another was a Fallout New Vegas playthrough. So here we go. And so I will go ahead and tell you a little bit about the character here before Ron Perlman begins to talk, because that's just, you cannot talk over that. I mean, the beginnings of the Fallout games, I have not yet to see a video game that does it better.
War never changes. When atomic fire consumed the earth, those who survived did so in great underground vaults. When they opened, their inhabitants set out across the ruins of the old world to build new societies, establishing villages, forming tribes. As decades passed, what had been the American Southwest united beneath the flag of the new California Republic, dedicated to old world values of democracy and the rule of law. As the Republic grew, so did its needs. Scouts spread east, seeking territory and wealth in the dry and merciless expanse of the Mojave Desert. They returned with tales of a city untouched by the warheads that had scorched the rest of the world, and a great wall spanning the Colorado River. The NCR mobilized its army and sent it east to occupy Hoover Dam and restore it to working condition. But across the Colorado, another society had arisen under a different flag. A vast army of slaves forged from the conquest of 86 tribes, Caesar's Legion. 4 years have passed since the Republic held the dam, just barely, against the Legion's onslaught. The Legion did not retreat. Across the river, it gathers strength. Campfires burn, training drums beat. Through it all, the New Vegas Strip has stayed open for business, under the control of its mysterious overseer, Mr. House, and his army of rehabilitated tribals and police robots. You are a courier, hired by the Mojave Express to deliver a package to the New Vegas Strip. What seemed like a simple delivery job has taken a turn for the worse.
You got what you were after, so pay up.
You're crying in the rain, Pally.
Guess who's waking up over here?
Time to cash out.
Will you get it over with?
Remember
Maybe
these
cons
faces.
kill people without looking them in the face. But I ain't a fink. Dig? You've made your last delivery, kid. Sorry you got twisted up in this scene. From where you're kneeling must seem like an 18-carat run of bad luck. Truth is, the game was rigged from the start.
What a beginning to a video game, man. That's just, oh, beautiful. All right. Well, since we have a little time here, the character's name that I have come up with is going to be Rocco. I think that it kind of fits the whole Southwest, Old West, Wild West kind of theme. All right, and so these are all just kind of some mod stuff. If you're interested in any mods, don't hesitate to ask. So there we go. Travel pack. All the DLCs I have. Grenade hotkey is from
You're away.
the big overhaul. I've forgotten the name of it.
How about that?
Oh boy, it's been a while. It's been a while since I have played this game. Several months.
Easy there, easy. You've been out cold a couple of days now. Why don't you just relax a second? Get your bearings. Let's see what the damage is.
All right.
How about your name? Can you tell me your name?
All right. Well, so my name is going to be Rocco, and Rocco is he's going to be kind of the typical what you would think of a charming gunslinger cowboy type, who is not afraid of a fight, but can also talk his way out of things. But the kind of his secret thing, well, his thing that is kind of behind his initial appearance, is that he's very smart. This Rocco knows a lot about robotics, about little things that you would not expect him to know about based on his appearance. I mean, he's going to be a guy who wears a cowboy hat, wears sunglasses, who's got a revolver on his belt, who's got a shotgun on his back, or a lever-action rifle on his back. You're not going to expect this guy to know much about science or robotics or anything like that a smart scientist or doctor might know. But he knows a lot about this because he grew up in the NCR to parents who were... His dad was a scientist and his mother was a nurse. But she wasn't like your average nurse. She was, I guess, what you would consider today would be an RN, a registered nurse who, knows a lot about all different kinds of medicine and all the different fields of medicine, things like that. And his dad was a scientist who worked with Rocco, and who's just helped with restoring robots, building robots, helping with all those things back in the hub in the NCR. But Rocco was kind of tired of that life, and he wanted to come. He wanted to come west, or east rather, because he heard about New Vegas, and he thought, that sounds really cool. He's a very adventuresome type. He was different from his parents. He wasn't, his parents wanted him to be a doctor or scientist or something, and he didn't want that life. He didn't want to just stay there. He wanted to get out and adventure. So he changed his name. He wanted something that sounded cooler. He completely forgot his other name now that he got shot in the head. He completely forgot it. And Rocco was the name that he went with when he came east to New Vegas. And he wanted a little bit more adventure. He wanted to sound more like the tough guy, but the guy who got all the girls. Wanted to be really cool and have lots of caps, I guess. And so he wants to... But he's also a nice guy. He's not going to steal from you or anything like that. So you'll kind of see how his character shapes up as the playthrough goes along. But yeah, so there we go. I think that's a little intro, and this will be the prologue. I'll just kind of get some gear going, and episode 1 will be coming out on Monday, I believe, which should be, or actually I believe on Wednesday. Oh, you know what? It'll come out on the day it comes out. You'll know.
I can't say it's what I'd have picked for you, but if that's your name,
Hey.
that's your name. I'm Doc Mitchell.
Be nice, Doc.
Welcome to Good Springs. Now, I hope you don't mind, but I had to go rooting around there in your noggin to pull all the bits of lead out. I take pride in my needlework, but you'd better tell me if I left anything out of place. How'd I do?
Alright. Let's find out. Alright, so this is going to be Rocco. At least initially. He grew out the goatee, wanted to look tough. You know, wanted the hair to look pretty nice, you know, because he wanted to look tough, but still wanted to look good. So yeah, that's going to be him. Our man Rocco. So here we go.
Well, I got most of it right anyway. Stuff that mattered. Okay. No sense
Project
in being
Nevada
good anymore.
is the mod I was thinking
Let's
of,
see
by
if
the
we
way,
can
the
get
big
you on your
overhaul.
feet.
I don't know why I couldn't think of it, but there we go.
Good. Why don't you walk down to the end of the room, over by that vigor tester machine there. Take it slow now. It ain't a race.
I'm over encumbered anyway.
We're looking good so far. Go ahead and give the vigor tester a try.
All right.
We'll learn right quick if you get back all your faculties.
Alrighty. So strength, I think 5 is good for Rocco, at least. Well, I think actually 6, just a little bit more in strength. Definitely going to be more perceptive than your average cowboy. Endurance, I think, can stay where it is. Charisma, again, there, and then intelligence. Oh man, agility. I don't think he's gonna be quite as agile. At least not initially. We can always kind of bump these up as we go. Luck, I think, can stay right about the same. So yeah, I think that's what he's gonna be. I think 7 in intelligence, 7 in perception, and strength, 6 in strength and charisma. That kind of describes him. You know, he's a charismatic, strong individual, but in the inside, he's an intelligent and perceptive individual. So there we go.
Yeah, that's a pretty standard score there, but after what you've been through, I'd say that's great news.
Yeah,
Well,
it probably
we know your
is.
vitals are good, but that don't mean them bullets didn't leave you nuttered in a bighorn and dropping. What do you say you take a seat in my couch and we go through a couple of questions? See if your dogs are still barking.
Sounds good. Oh dear.
All right.
All right.
I'm gonna say a word. I want you to say the first thing that comes to mind. Dog.
Cat.
House.
Offer. Nice guy. Shelter.
Night.
Dream.
Bandit.
Kill. Stab. Crush.
Light.
Dark. Yeah, kind of the opposite.
Mother.
Caretaker. Yeah.
Okay. Now I got a few statements. I want you to tell me how much they sound like something you'd say.
All right.
First one. Conflict just ain't in my nature.
Yeah. So here, Marcus. Okay. So Rocco, he's gonna try to stay out of conflict. But when he gets into it, he's not afraid of it. So I agree to an extent.
I ain't given to relying on others for support.
Yeah, he tries to be a strong individual.
I'm always fixing to be the center of attention.
No.
I'm slow to embrace new ideas.
No.
I charge in to deal with my problems head on.
Yes, when he has
Almost
a problem,
done here.
can run it head on.
What do you say you have a look at this?
Oh God.
Tell me what you see.
I guess an ant.
Okay. How about this one?
This is definitely a ship at sea, because you can see it, like there's a stack it's on the side, and that's its reflection over there. That one makes the most sense to me.
Last one.
Bears high-fiving. I guess a bearded man. You can sort of see that.
Well,
Everyone knows that
all
that's
she
Bears
wrote.
high-fiving. I don't know why
have
that
nothing to
didn't
compare
add
it to,
that.
so maybe you'd better just have a look at the results. See if it all seems right to you.
Alright. What do you think? No. Yes. Ooh. Sneak. What do you think? Definitely science and definitely guns, because he's gonna be, gunslinger. Oh boy. Charismatic though. Barter or speech? Ooh, that's a tough one, isn't it? Barter or speech? I mean, well, he's charismatic as in speech, yeah. Okay, so speech. Okay. Well, maybe we should take lockpick though. No, speech. No, you gotta go with the character.
Before I turn you loose, I need one more thing from you.
Alright.
I got a form for you to fill out so I can get a sense of your medical history. Just a formality. Ain't like I expect to find you got a family history of getting shot in the head.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so these are all the now, of course, Wild Wasteland. Of course, Wild Wasteland.
All right, I guess that about does it. Come with me, I'll see you out.
Alright. Why is his health down? Oh dear. Oops, bottle cap. He didn't seem to be using him. Come on now.
Here, these are yours. Was all you had on you when you was brought in. I hope you don't mind, but I gave the note a look. I thought it might help me find a next of kin. But it was just something about a platinum chip. Well, if you're heading back out there, you ought to have this. They call it a Pip-Boy. I grew up in one of them vaults they made before the war. We all got one.
All right.
Ain't much use to be now, but you might want such a thing after what you've been through. I know what it's like having something taken from you. And put this on too, so the locals don't pick on you for lacking modesty. Never was much my style anyway.
Yeah, thanks, Doc. Appreciate
Don't
it.
mention it. It's what I'm here for. You should talk to Sunny Smiles before you leave town.
Ooh, all
She
right.
can help you learn to fend for yourself in the desert. She'll likely be at the saloon.
All right.
I reckon some of the other folks at the saloon might be able to help you out too. And the metal fella, Victor, who pulled you out of your grave.
Robot.
Anyway, you ever get hurt out there, you come right back. I'll fix you up. But
Sounds
try
good.
not to get killed anymore.
Yes, we're doing hardcore mode. All right. Now, before we go ahead and head out, that'll be episode 1. We'll be heading out, but I'm gonna be looking. So this right here is the Pip-Boy 2500. It's a mod, obviously. So yeah, in case you don't know, it's just a handheld one. Just so you don't. So when I do third person, there's no Pip-Boy on my hand. It's, you'd assume it's in his pocket or something like that. So now, all of these are from the DLCs or from mods. These are all DLC stuff. Now, some of these apparel is not. Some of these are from mods, like these coats here. Those of you who've played this before, who are modders, will know which those are from. If you're curious, just go ahead and ask. It's just a really cool mod that adds things like this. I guess if you want to see it for an example, something like this. That's kind of what it adds. Things like that. So we're going to kind of pick an appropriate outfit, and we're going to go ahead and place the rest into... It's kind of something I usually do, actually. And we'll go ahead and place the rest into the footlocker here. Okay, we will go ahead and take all of that, that's for sure. And we'll just go ahead and take all this good stuff. Oh yeah, and of course I have the flashlight mod installed. Kind of a basic mod that lots of us Well, lots of us, I say, but you know, us is in the Fallout community who have mods. So there you go. Pretty basic one. I think, I don't know. I always have liked the look of the Arm Vault 13 quite a bit. How does that compare to the lightweight leather? Same, but this weighs less. Yeah, I'm feeling that. We'll go with the lightweight leather for now. So we'll go ahead and place the rest into here. Okay, now for terms of weapons, I'm going to go ahead and go with the 10mm. That's usually kind of what I go with. Shitty, yeah, it doesn't really fit him, I don't think. Throwing spear, it doesn't fit many characters. Sturdy, we'll keep the caravan shotgun. I think that's reasonable as well. So we'll get rid of that, and then of course we'll get rid of any ammo we do not need, because yeah, we could sell it, but okay, we'll keep the 5.56. Okay, well, I think we'll should we? Do you think we should pre-war hat? What do you think? Doc doesn't seem to be using it. I'm digging it. I'm digging it. I am. All right. Well, it's time to get this party started.